Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to the DAS Champions League. Apologies for the delay. I had to help out my grandma with some stuff. Very short notice, but we're here. We have one set for you today, which is going to be between Liolio and SaltedSofa. If we take a look at the current standings here, which they didn't get, which they aren't showing properly right now, but that will be happening in a second here. This didn't get properly set up, but that's okay. Okay, there we go. So as you can see here, Liolio is currently in 12th place, 1 win, 1 draw and 2 losses. A win here would really help his top 12 chances. SaltedSofa doing really well so far. 3 wins and only 2 games dropped. Can Sofa keep this up and move closer to the top spots? Because so far AV Geek is the #1 player with 5 wins and 1 draw. Sofa can beat that. Even with a draw, you can get a better game difference than AV Geek. So yeah, could be a very important match for both players here in the future, for the remaining of their seasons, of course. And yeah, we have both of our players here. The flags are not correct as of right now. Nothing to worry. That is not the correct one. Is this the one? Yeah, there we go. And Sofa is of course from Canada. So Liolio on the left side, very close to the 1.3, I would say, the creator of the DAS scrimmage league, where you would do best of 6 formats just like this. So thank you for being the first to test out the best of 6 formats, I suppose. And yeah, second season on the DAS Champions League, looking to make a deep run this time around, I can imagine. And so far having a fairly average start, definitely looking for a win here to get up the table. Because if you lose here, you're gonna really be hurting your 12-12 chances, so there might be a little bit of pressure here. We're ready for seed, yeah. So I can give you guys a seed because we're already a little bit past time. My apologies. A831D7. And yeah, once you have it ready from both players, you can get the action started. Let's go, let's go. Ready from Liolio. Best of luck for both players, to both players. And ready from Sofa. Game #1, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Alright, looks like everything's okay. The seed matches up. Hertz counter and input display is visible as well. For those of you that are just tuning in for the first time for the DAS Champions League, this is a 24-player tournament where there is a league phase with every player playing 6 matches with different opponents. And from there, the top 12 will qualify for the playoffs round, where there will be a first playoff round for the players that didn't make the top 4, and then it's single elimination till winners crowd, with similarities to the real Champions League football organization of soccer, as you like to call it. And there is a bit of prize pool as well for the top 3. We do give from the league phase, and with only 6 matches being played this time around, there is much less margin for error. Sofa in a bit of a tricky situation to start off things with, but going for the ball strats right now, just prioritizing left and right, and then waiting for the pieces that can fit those specific holes. But yeah, definitely starting with a much rougher shape than Liolio. Only with 2 burns is Liolio, make it 3. Sofa has a lot already, only with 2 Tetris scored, I believe. Cheap viewers on streamboo.com. We don't want cheap viewers, we want expensive viewers. Thank you very much for the offer, but it is one that I unfortunately will have to decline. What? Ah. 167 for Liolio. Sofa at 89,000. We did that suffer start, but back clean into a scoring position. So yeah, looks like we'll see both players stand for Tetris is normally just what you want to see. Leo plays smoothly like butter. It says Nugencraft. Yeah, Sofa with a nice Aki bar there earlier. Things worked out rather nicely. Ooh, nice adjustment there for Sofa, but I wonder if the bar would have been better in column 9 by default. That is one of those you can kind of make a point for. Because now Sofa is J dependent on the left, and not getting a J has to go for the delayed single, delayed triple, which only burns one line, and there's the J finally for the left, and it edges for Sofa. Sofa needs to be a little bit careful with the left side, but squares... Ooh, could have actually gotten a Tetris there with the J to the left. Had he placed even 1-2, but no problem at all. 308 for Liolio, 251 for Sofa, and Minty Monglers, thank you for the follow. Thank you for joining the side of Tetris, Jedi side. So yeah, at 75 lines we have 334 for Liolio, 277 for Sofa. Yes, join the Jedi side. What's up, Jedi? It's not the first time that Sofa has been struggling to fill up the left side properly and has had some situations where he's been dependent on those pieces to effectively be efficient again. Ooh, Liolio with a bit of an aggressive stack here. Couldn't fill the tuck setup with the T earlier. But yeah, we'll take that nice flat burn with the T. Board is back into reasonable shape. That's for Liolio. 386 Liolio, 328 for Sofa as we've reached the 9 line mark. So it's still about a 50 to 60k lead for Liolio at this stage of the game. And yeah, this definitely has the potential to be a great match here if both players are on form for sure. What we've seen them accomplish throughout the years is something that not a lot of players can rival. Nice flat burn, nice burner for Liolio, by the way. Not the most trivial one to spot. And yeah, not putting the L to the left there because I would have made the board dependent, even though it would have helped in a different way. Oh, but missing the adjustment for the L. But there you go, the J was next in the next box, so everything worked out alright. Those are really, really hard to do. You gotta like be thinking of that before it happens, and when it's that high, it's really, really rough to do it in time. Ooh, Sofa going for that overhang here. Well, if a J does arrive, and it does, everything will be fixed. Yeah, Sofa once again needing some pieces for the left side, depending on those boxes, or maybe we'll put the J there, which is also fine, and another J will help Sofa's lefts very, very nicely. Ooh, didn't need to do that with the S. Did Sofa there, but it's gonna work. 470 for Sofa, 549 for Liolio, still with potential for a 600k transition here. Just barely though. I think you would, or a 599 is more realistic here, even with 2 Tetrises. So that Tetris will put Liolio at 572, so it's gonna be a bit short, yeah, from the 600, but very, very close nevertheless. And there you go, Liolio transitions at 597, Sofa is at 516, still can get one more Tetris before transition, doesn't look like it will happen. Ooh, and that's a bad setup before transition here, but shouldn't be anything too spicy here. And there you go, Sofa transitions at 518, so transitioning almost 80,000 points behind Liolio's score, and Liolio also with the cleaner start to post as Sofa was fighting to uncover the well. Sofa in the meantime was able to get a Tetris and another one. 570 for Sofa, 651 for Liolio. But I mean, Liolio currently looking unstoppable in the early posts. Sofa not able to make any ground on the deficit so far. Ooh, rough C piece there for Sofa. Board is looking very dependent. Looking for a T here. No burns. Sofa able to get something to the left here. Nice quick tap there of the J, I believe, was required, but then gonna misdrop the J. The L, I'm afraid. Oh, and Sofa is gonna be... Yeah, nothing else Sofa will be able to do. Will be done at 580. Liolio at 79 will be good. And he'll take game number 1. GG. Great survival there from Liolio as well, whilst we were focusing on Sofa's sport. Got into a bit of a tricky situation, but yeah, handled it very, very well. Tough transition there for Sofa. I mean, he had a decent 18 game, but he found himself almost 100,000 points behind in early 19, so definitely not the position you want to be in. And unfortunately, it didn't work out this time for Sofa. So feel free to increment the seeds, and we can start game number 2 whenever both players are ready. We have a ready from both players, so we can start game number 2 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris, best of luck to both. $96,000 for both players, 4 Tetrises each, I believe. So, or is that 3 and burns? I always mess the maths a little bit early, but yeah, keeping on pace with one another, which is the most important thing. Nothing really to separate them in this early stage. Yeah, Sofa's gonna have to put the S to the left there. I'm gonna turn this into a column 8 setup because that's the only place option he had with the S piece, and there you go, works out beautifully. Manages to switch back to the right side once again without any burns. In fact, taking the early 20,000 point lead is Sofa, 187 versus 168, the same line count, so nevertheless a close start here. Sofa gets the L piece and the Tetris, so good RNG there for Sofa. Yeah, not gonna set up any overhang with the square because there was no piece in the next box to do, so had to take those 2 burns at Sofa. Liolio gets the Tetris by creating a hole with that J piece, takes an extra burn to clear it. Very, very nicely done there with the bar flat burn. Nice patience from Liolio to get Tetris ready there. Ooh, and Sofa with the bits. Let's go, let's go. We got it bits today. I am satisfied. Oh, but then misdropping a J there. Ooh, and now needs a long bar to the right, gets it without any issues here. Sofa looking for a J, square will burn a double. The T could have actually burned with the T, but the L and the long bar also worked there nicely. Sofa is out of issues. Nice T placement to commit the S as well. And Tetris for Sofa, 318 for Liolio, 313 for Sofa. This is a schneck and schneck game. Neck and neck game right now. Yeah, Sofa barely getting that tuck of the J there, and you could see him shake his head because that looked a little bit too close, but as long as you do get the pieces in the desired spots, doesn't really matter what the way is that they get there, as long as it's DAS. So, all good there. 369 for Liolio, 383 for Sofa. Actually make it 407 versus 369 with the same line count, so... Sofa getting a bit of a lead here as Liolio, there you go, uncovers the well. Nice T-flip to convert the Z. Nice awareness there. Because there was no spot for that next piece there by default. And yeah, conservative play there for Liolio, taking the single instead of setting up vertical with the J. Really like that single there. Ooh, oh my gosh, that is a crazy bit there from Liolio. Let's see what pieces he will get to fix those. It's actually gonna resolve this nicely if there's a T. Oh, the line spin, let's go! And I really like that that move with the T and the... That's the garbage egg T, right? That's how you call it. Amazing moves here for Liolio. The line spin and then the adjustment. That is very, very good. Brain power back to back right there. 492 for Liolio. 506 for Sofa. So very close games during the transition. It looked like Sofa was building a bit of a lead, but Liolio was able to come back, and now Sofa still with a slight advantage, but yeah, very, very close. As we are less than 10 lines away from transition from both players. Players looking to transition in the mid to high 500s. Liolio will get there first, 562, and the SZ Corin adjustment out of transition. That is so good. And Sofa will transition at 579, so very, very close 18 play. It will come down to who's going to have the best 19 for this game. Sofa with a Tetris, Liolio with a Tetris. Very, very close game here. What's up, Sky? Yeah, I think it's still called the garbage egg, but maybe it is in the classic Tetris dictionary, and we can evaluate that. Tetris for Liolio, 693 at the end of level 21. Sofa's 8 lines behind at 658. Just transitioning to level 21. Has a bit of a high middle here. Oh my gosh, and this is such an aggressive setup here, and it's not really paying off here. But Sofa was able to lower the stack to easily access the left and right, so shouldn't be too much of a situation here. The right pieces just didn't arrive at the right time there for Sofa. Sofa at 676, Liolio at 730. Tetris for Sofa though had to thread drop the S because there was no spot for it, and that's not really the slowdown that Sofa can afford for the time being, as Liolio is in a clean position. Bit of a drought it seems, but there we go. Tetris for Liolio, 767 at 24, Sofa at 711, 6 lines behind. And there you go, nice skip, nice edge for Liolio. Not giving any shot for Sofa to make any comeback here for the time being, as there is a 60,000 point lead in favor of Liolio. I mean, both players stacking clean for the time being. Could say a decent long bar timing for the time being here. Liolio gets his. Sofa not really able to get his. Nice quick out of the T, but couldn't use that long bar for the Tetris, and couldn't use this one as well. Now banking on the third long bar to show up, and there. Oh no! Wait, it's not over just yet. Sofa gets the long bar over. Oh my gosh, it's not over until it's over. Triple for Sofa, 826, but Liolio is at 905, 80,000 points ahead, and not in a position to keep scoring as well. So even though Sofa has 10 more lines, he's behind by 140,000 points because Liolio is just running away with this one. It's going to require something very, very special for the comeback here from this point onwards. Liolio at 985. The 1.1 won't be possible anymore. There's the max up for Liolio. 820. Sofa doing all he can, going for the center roll. There's Tetris 876. Will require at least 4 more Tetris to be close. There's one. 912. Liolio hanging the long bar, but gets the green tea quick tap for the next one, finishing the game at 859. And Sofa is just way too far behind to have any reasonable chances here. Oh, the Sentinel Tetris, let's go. Can we see a 30 here? Oh, one more line away. Level 30 for Sofa. Still going here, 242. But it's just not gonna be enough. Man, what a game. Amazing display from both players. Liolio with almost a 500k post there, by the way, in there. And Sofa with the level 30 and the kill screen Tetris, actually setting it up on kill screen because the well was covered. Amazing 29 play. I'm sure Andy would be jealous of that, but it's just not enough to take this game. Liolio just very, very efficient play. Didn't go through as many issues on 19 as Sofa went, and that allowed him to build a lead, which was too big to come back from. Wow. Yeah, 26 was crazy. I couldn't really watch much of it because Sofa hanged the long bar at around the same time, and then he got another one on top of that. So that was very, very clutch as well from Sofa. All good, all good. Just gonna get my water as well. Be right back. Have a rate from both players so we can start game number 3 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris! Best of luck to both. So yeah, Sofa, in order for him to keep his winning record, needs to win the next 4 games in a row. Liolio only 1 game away from guaranteeing a draw. Nice bar in column 3, 2 square to the left there from Liolio, by the way. I mean, you didn't need to set up that overhang there, but it's gonna hopefully work out here. Yeah, Liolio, yeah, maybe it still has something to do with that overhang setup, but having to take some, really like that Z flat delayed burn setup, and go and turn into a nice dirty Tetris there for Liolio. 190 for Liolio, 42 lines. Sofa with that Tetris will go up to 209, so a slightly better start there from Sofa, but very, very close. $260 for Liolio, $278 for Sofa, and yes, Jedi, it looks like both players have the force with them right now, at least in this early stage of the game. It's very, very efficient play. Sofa still is on 700k transition pace, you could say. Liolio is a little bit under that. Yeah, Sofa really maximizing his efficiency, but not necessarily going aggressive. It's just like going for the efficient placements per se. Taking the skim there, which is very, very valid. Taking those skims to help the board state rather than just turning the board into a worse shape. 376 for Liolio, 371 for Sofa. Sofa 5 lines behind though, so with the advantage in this early stage. Akibar there from Sofa. Oh, missing the adjustment with the T. Yeah, just reacted a touch too late to that. That's the problem when you try to adjust for that. Sometimes it happens to the best of us. You just can't get the piece in the correct movement in time. Sofa having to take like 5-ish burns because of it, but reopens the well. But having to make the board a little dependent here. Long bar would be great for Sofa, but it's just not really cooperating, unfortunately. Oh my gosh, but finding such a nice burn setup there. Very, very good stuff there from Sofa. And there's a bar for the middle. And now Sofa is back into a standard stack, which Liolio has been throughout. 433 for Liolio. 426 for Sofa. Sofa gets the L for the triple, but is running out of burns. There you go, has to cover the well. Looking for an L piece here. It does arrive, but not before having to add a lot of weight on the right side now. Nice J for the burn. And there you go. Sofa will reopen the well, but Liolio in the lead now. 466. Well, actually it's a tight game because with the same line count, Sofa's at 465. So it's neck and neck, neck and neck. Oh my gosh, huge tower of S's. Oh my gosh, and Sofa gets the bar over. No fear in those man's in that man's veins here. And he's going it for it again. Beautiful flat burn and the Tetris. Like, what? Aren't you guys scared for Sofa? Like, Sofa doesn't seem scared for this, like... Oh, but then some missed drops to follow that. Only 14 lines from transition as well. So, not the time to do so. Has like a very funny negative shape hole there, which is like a Z and an S together. Dirty Tetris for Sofa though. 536 for Sofa. 559 for Liolio. But yeah, that missed drop can be really, really costly here for Sofa. Only 3 lines away and hasn't been able to... Oh no, the T is gonna hang for Sofa. And that's probably gonna be it for transition for Sofa. Yeah, there's nothing that can be done here. Damn, very unfortunate way to end that one. Liolio is good at 6-13. And we'll take game number 3. GG. Liolio can actually go for the back-to-back max out if he wishes to do so. following that A50. So, oh, the hang of the long bar. I didn't have Dallas this time around. But it is good enough to take game number 3, which means that you have secured a point. Sofa can still keep the unbeaten record in the season if he is able to come back and win the next 3 games. So it is not over just yet for those of you that are not familiar with the tournament. This is not a best of 5. We do add an extra game in it, so that draws can happen. It is either first to 4 games, or if there's a 3-3 tie, we end the set and both players get 1 point each. We have ready from Sofa. This new album by The Weeknd is sick. I haven't heard them like in 8 years or so, unfortunately. I went to see them here in Portugal, but then I wasn't really that interested in him. They're okay. We have a ready from both players. We can start game number 4 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. What's up, Nelstress? Yeah, Sofa can still get the tie here, but Liolio, if he wins one of the next 3 games, then he's gonna win the set, and these could be 3 very important points for Liolio for his top 12 chances, because the season hasn't really going through according to his expectations, so win here would be crucial as well. I wonder if we could like actually set up like CTL does and just have like the odds percentages just like the CTL website does, but I'm not sure how you would create a mathematical equation in order to do so, to have like some sort of consistency across the data. Someone in chat and has that knowledge by any chance, just feel free to speak up, I suppose. Yeah, because I think that's a little bit out of my league. Yeah. Ooh, Soko with a misdrop of the L there. Not quite sure what the thought process behind that was, but as long as there are some good pieces for the left side, shouldn't be too much of an efficiency issue. Yeah, Soko not in a position to score at Tetris. Maybe looking for an L piece there to burn that from the top, but it's just not gonna happen for quite some time here. But there you go. Sofa puts the board back into normal state, and there you go. There's Tetris. 207 for Sofa, 203 for Liolio, so it's very, very close once again from both players. Nice tuck setup there from Liolio. And yeah, taking very wise, safe burns here. Just to help the board state, avoid taking any unnecessary risks here. While Sofa tends, I would say, to usually burn later, but he also takes his games from time to time. 345 for both players, 80 lines. Schnecke and Schnecke. 486 for Liolio, 484 for Sofa. Both players keeping it very, very close to each other throughout this 8th portion of the game. It looks like there could be a little bit of a slowdown here for Liolio, not going to go for any 30 Tetris setups. And in fact, not going for the central, so just content to take the burns, especially considering it's close to level 19, and just build again on the right side. Which has allowed Sofa to get just a little bit of a lead here. Ooh, this is a risky Akibar here for Sofa because the parity is all messed up on the boards. And maybe that Akibar could cause some issue if the RNG isn't too nice, but there's a nice J there. Liolio transition at 548, Sofa can still get one more Tetris for transition, and he does, transitioning at 585. Ooh, but then missing the tuck does Sofa, but able to keep control of the boards, avoiding things to spiral out of control. Damn, I don't think that was good English, my apologies. 600 for Liolio, 597 for Sofa, neck and neck here. Yeah, because Sofa just had that misdrop of the T, and because of it, the game is neck and neck once again. Tetris for Sofa needs a little bit of help on that left side, and those long bars aren't... Like, getting 3 long bars in a row did Sofa, which would have been so good for if you could, like, adjust them both for the left side. Dirty triple there for Sofa. Could have perhaps burned with the T flat there, but I don't think that would have been any good. And definitely not an easy one to spot either way. 637 versus 638, still very, very close here, but Liolio with a Tetris, while Sofa is at least 2 or 3 burns away from reopening it and starting to build on the right side again. Nice J vertical there for Liolio and the Tetris. Really like that unflip to get the Tetris. 726 for Liolio, 674 for Sofa. Ooh, Sofa couldn't get the bar all the way to the left here, but still has a lot of options in the middle. Needs something for that left side, currently 7 high, I believe they're getting it over without any issues whatsoever, but unfortunately, Sofa once again in a bit of a slowdown, whilst Liolio just not stopping here. Another Tetris for Liolio, 790, Sofa at 686, so out of nowhere, it's in a 100,000 point deficit for Sofa. This is like the first time Liolio has to take some burns here, and it's only like 4 or 5 to reopen the well. Gets the J piece. Tetris ready is Liolio here. Ooh, couldn't use that bar because of the delayed triple. Now bar dependent in the middle here. Not gonna wait for the bar, gonna cover the setup for the time being momentarily. Sofa unfortunately not really able to capitalize on it. Get the Tetris, 760 for Sofa, 806 for Liolio. So Sofa able to make some ground for the time being, 795 versus 840, as Liolio has been struggling now to keep the well open and use the bars for the Tetrises. Nice quick tap for Liolio, looking for a J, the long bar and the L will do there. Tetris for Liolio, 888, has 4 more available without any burns. And Sofa goes to 866 with 4 more available without any burns. So Liolio has the advantage if both players score the same amount of Tetris from now onwards. Sofa with a Tetris 901. Liolio having to cover the well, so he's not going to be able to go perfect, while Sofa still has some shot at it. Going aggressive for the bar, but it's just not showing up in time here. Oh no, where's the bar for Sofa? It does come! Tetris for Sofa, 937. And another double in there, 940, but it's just not going to be enough. Sofa needed the last Tetris there in order to win. And he went for it, but the bar timing just wasn't there, unfortunately. Liolio just had a higher efficiency from earlier. 969 versus 940. Wow, what a set. Sofa definitely deserves more than a 4-0 win, 4-0 loss there. Definitely had a lot of good moments in that set. It was just some misdrops, some unlucky situations which Liolio didn't have to go through. I mean, Liolio's 19 today was... Sheesh, it was... I mean, how would you be able to beat that? I mean, he gave no chances to Sofa there. That was incredible. Wow. What a set. Thank you for participating in the DAS Champions League, guys. I mean, that is all I have to say. That was really, really well played. So yeah, we'll take a look at the. We're gonna do a quick ad break, and then we're gonna take a look at the standings as well. So I report them. So we'll be right back. Thanks for playing. Thank you for the high DAS action on on display for today. I believe this is not updated yet. Yeah, we're gonna have to refresh this manually and hope for the best. No, it's giving me like this browser is not gonna be. It's giving like a compatibility browser error. It's saying that it's no longer gonna be supported. Hang on. I need to interact and click this. Yeah. So as we can see here, Sofa still in 6th place. Not gonna be able to get to 1st place anymore now, but could still push for 2nd at the very least. Huge win here for Liolio. That was very, very crucial against the top opponents. 2 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses. I would say you want to get a draw there just to be safe, but I think 7 points should be enough for top 12-ish, maybe. Yeah, to be safe, you'd rather get a point or 2 here. That would be just to be safe. And yeah, so that is all for me. Thank you everyone for tuning in. And we're gonna have some more DAS Champions League action coming to you very, very soon, as we are gonna reach our last week of the league phase. Hopefully we can get all the matches done, but if not, we'll give a few more days in the upcoming week. That is no problem at all. Yeah, we're gonna have Poopy versus White at 1 UTC today, hosted by T-Storm, so that will be our next event, and we might have some more matches coming this weekend, so stay tuned. Join the Discord if you aren't already there. We do have a match arena as well. Feel free to contribute to the Season 2 prize pool in order to support the players, to support all the action, all the amazing DAS moments they do, and to keep the event going strong. Have a good one, guys. We're gonna raid who is I think Adam Irish was live earlier, but maybe he is not anymore. We could raid Monthly Tetris. Yeah, let's raid Monthly Tetris. They raid us as well, so they raided us not too long ago, so it's time to retrieve, to give back the favor, I suppose. DAS! See you guys.